Good day, traders. This is Rich with some price action on April 14th, 2020. It's 5:07 p.m. and it's a pretty nostalgic day. I'll explain that in a second. Pretty boring day after the first hour or so of trading. Pretty much just a flat to slightly moves here and there, but nothing fantastic. So I didn't really take many trades today. In fact, I took 2 trades in the morning, missed one amazing trade, of course, like I've been doing lately. And then I took 2 trades in the afternoon for both like $1 at the end. It was worthless. But I was in the action. I was trying to watch for good setups, and just nothing was really getting there. But that's sometimes what happens in the market. So you just have to take what you see and trade it. Back in the day, we're talking 20 years ago, I would trade anything just because it's set up on the chart, and I would make the mistake of getting in something that would just reverse on me or go the opposite direction or whatever I was doing, whether I was shorting, going long, picking bottoms, trying to pick tops. It's just not there. So I'm so glad I'm over that phase. Of course, I'll probably run into some of these situations in the future. I can see myself getting into a situation where I'm going to get in trouble, but the fact that I'm admitting that makes me believe that I'm finally finding what I need to do to be successful. So let's get into it. That's my little early rant, and I'll share my nostalgic piece in a second. So this was the trade of the day that was missed, and only missed by like a penny. And it's very frustrating because this stock came in play early in the morning, and it did make a little gap up here. So we're talking like 175 to 205 of the low, 202.20. So a nice little gap, moved up. These are 5-minute candles, as you can see right here. And it made this high. It made this high right here at 285. So the goal of this trade, and I was sitting there, and this is before anyone in the chat room or whatever was saying anything, was I'm getting in this trade on the break of this level after it came back down. It came back down for several, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And then on the 40th minute or so, it made its move. So I put a buy stop limit. I did not buy at the market. Had I bought in the market, it would be a different story right now. I saw the pressure moving to the north side, and I put it in. It moved up at, believes the 85 break. I think I put it in like 78 or 82, and it hopped over me. It did come back down, but not enough to get me in this particular trade. And look what happened. It went up, 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 all the way to, I use my cross lines here. Makes it a lot easier. To 380. So 280 to 380 pretty much, right? Yeah, to 380. Pulled back down here to around 312. So still in 312. So 30 cents of profits. And look what it does. It just climbs and climbs and climbs all the way to 620. Again, I keep saying this every time I have this video. No, I wouldn't have gotten all this, but I probably would have kept it at least for this because it was just heavy moving. And then the pullback, moves, scale out some, and then move my stop up or whatever it was going to do. And eventually I probably would have gotten out around like the 5 level if I had to guess. Excuse that. So after that, it just kind of faded off the rest of the day. But I did notice this particular trade here on this pullback. This is a pretty long, extensive pullback, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 minutes of pullback. It did hop off of this moving average. I was looking for the hop off of this moving average, and I actually got in, and I only traded, I think, this particular candle. I don't think I got in on this candle. I put my buy bid on this candle and only traded the move up. It was like 20 cents or so. Not amazing, but it was definitely a nice bounce. But look at the bounce it actually did. It went all the way up to 524. So if you took the trade at 447 and the bounce of 521, even 536. So a solid trade right there on a bounce play. I'll discuss that in the future. But that pretty much sums up what I was looking at. And then I didn't look at this stock anymore the rest of the day because it had already fallen off. And I wasn't going to look for a break of the high after it fell off $2. So I avoided that. And then what happened next? That's it. I mean, I looked at Works again, a couple other things, and it just wasn't there today. So small gain today. I am green, which is good. But, I'm playing a small account right now while I learn my system. And then I'll increase share size as I get more experience in what I want to trade and whatnot. So the nostalgic part of today was the new chart is Apple. I bought shares many years ago. Let's see if I can even go. I probably have to go weekly on this. Nah, I have to go further back than that. So sorry about that. I had to figure out exactly when I bought Apple. We are looking at a weekly chart going back 10 years. It's 2020, and I was with a different broker, and then I was with Scott Trade. I'm sure you remember Scott Trade. And then TD Ameritrade bought Scott Trade. I'm sorry. I forgot which one I was with because I have one with E-Trade as well. But nonetheless, doesn't matter. It was back here in the summer of 2013 is when I bought my first shares of Apple at $57. There's actually split. There's actually a split somewhere in here. Is this a split? This purple thing? I'm not exactly sure. But I didn't actually buy 70 shares or 100 shares or 500 shares. I didn't buy a ton, but I bought a good amount at $57 in 2013. And today, as you can see, we finally made some nice moves. We'll go to I honestly thought about selling it over here on this particular this week. I was like, wow, is Apple really going to keep going up? And it did, and it did. And this is when I started buying SPXS, which played out pretty good in my other account because that's when the coronavirus really kicked in. And long story short, I saw Apple go down to almost below 220. And I was like, oh boy, am I going to be able to get out of this before the recession kicks in? Based on the news and whatnot that we've been seeing. I don't know what's going to happen. So after I said, okay, 260. All right, 260 is my number. I'm going to sell it at 260. Had a ton of momentum that day or that week. So I'm like, all right, I'll say 290. So today in the after hours, I sold it at 288. So 7 years of holding the stock. It's been a good run. And I will be buying it again if it drops. Definitely if we bottom out again. In my other account or whatever account I have, I'll be buying more Apple in the future. And I own Apple in other accounts as well. So in this case, I'm just in this account, which is a IRA account, I do not own anything. I am green. I am position free. So I'm all cash. So if the market goes to zero tomorrow, I'll have the same amount tomorrow. So that's a good thing. And I just want to sum that up. That's it. That's just sharing with you. I sold my Apple today. And we'll continue with trading tomorrow. Today is Tuesday, so we'll be back on Wednesday. This is Rich with some price action. And talk to you soon.